They're just trying to get to the globals again. And a win here would be enormous for their chances of making it to Santiago. This game, more than any in this early bracket, makes a massive difference.
Seeing how this one goes off the rim to Martino. It's becoming a trademark play almost at this point. Light speed and a shorty.
He's been buying shorty in so many of these pistol rounds, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Has he got a classic to go back to?
Possibly dropped onto the ground, but a bit of a jump scare for G2 early on. Going to use the Trailblazer to make sure that they can get a bit of clearance into showers. Insert Baby Bay now posted. It's a bit of a fallback option. You can look to explore over towards B now, potentially take B long, and you have that TP pivot up available.
These defenders are having to come in and help Timatino because he's hiding in lamps and doesn't know if people could just be walking down short currently. Now, we can tell that G2 have not been so bold. But Timatino gets healed. And still sticking with the shorty.
Yeah, maybe not having a classic on the ground, but
if you're G2, it means you're a bit scared to go into lamps or hookah, these kind of spots.
Here in the rumble though, the footsteps now, Sky Flash in your face, and a shorty of his own. Jorgamo looking to get involved in the fight, but a refract back. He was blinded up there. His team though still going to be able to take up most of that space. The fight taken, the TP hurt, Baby. Going to contest and see if he can square up to this one, but G2 are making sure to just run over that lamp's position, and Baby even winning out a fight of his own. Asuna inside the smoke, sees a second shot, a bit of spam to see if he can even it out. And he has successfully brought it to that 2v2.
Trent should be able to get a plant off here. Baby
the heads.
Plenty of sight lines.
Top of it, and listen, Dre is more than capable. Looking for the call. Trent here, just a bit of a jiggle, but takes a shot through the box. Asuna weak himself.
I don't think he spotted Baby Bay making the reposition on the right side of this doorway. Might think about it. Very weak.
Much more passive position from Trent as well. That reposition all the way back to A short. Asuna is going to be left guessing in a spot like this. Doesn't exactly know where the opposition are, and look at it, repositions on repositions. Baby already asserting himself over there. If Trent didn't find it, Baby might have. So the pistol round going their way early on. High expectations obviously leveled onto the shoulders of this organization, and they may run more controversial changes. A lot of these teams in Americas were reinventing themselves, but with Baby coming in, they're looking for that intangible quality that can help them lift trophies.
Yeah, they definitely realized after last year that that final millimeter between you and the trophy can sometimes be the most difficult. And they didn't rebuild, they didn't completely collapse their roster, but made a pretty sizable change. Swapping Leafs roll around, not on this map admittedly, but on most of them, is going to be the biggest difference, I think. But Baby Bay has got a lot of pressure on his shoulders, and I think on this map too, the fact that he's playing that chamber head-to-head against Cryo is already so interesting, but he got the better end of him in round one.
The numbers of Cryo was putting up. Headhunter, impact pockets, narrowly avoiding being sent straight back to that spectator seat. Close corner though, we'll see. Looks like Baby will just be holding on to a bit of this space the call has made to start looking towards B. Only Bang home. There's a few pot shots being placed into the Trailblazer, so Bang is just posturing essentially. Puffing up the feathers to see if they are, well, G2 are going to be committing into this one, but a bit of clearance, and there are players in position, but the right click's just not serving him well. G2 can clean up the stragglers. Cryo left remaining, plant down for them. Cryo will be hunting for a bit of damage. Trying to go for the micro adjustments, keeping his aim calm in the moment, but not enough to really overcome that.
And remember, it was those rounds where 100 Thieves were able to get the big wins against Leviathan when they played against them. They were losing the pistols, but then winning somehow. These follow-up rounds with classics and headhunter value was massively important from Cryo.
Yeah, I think it was pretty significant, to be honest, as well. They were generating ults. It's like a supercharged pistol round, essentially. Yeah. You win that follow-up.
But now the situation's very different, isn't it? So it's G2 that have got the slight advantage when it comes to that kind of stuff. Though Asuna is making a really strong progress towards his orbital strike. A jump spot from Asuna over towards Showers. Just looking early on. But this hit is coming through hookah.
Yeah, it's going to be getting rid of that. There's a smoke on top as well for Jorg to try and play in and around. Pulls his way all the way back.
A fake for them to be able to walk down short. It's a nice idea.
Yeah, if they can get some space here. Vora left questioning. Asuna seeing that they could have potentially crossed back. He's going to use that stimmy to reposition, try and play back with the rest of his team. Flash in your face. Molly lay it down, looking to deny, but no one watching towards that back lamps area. G2, that pack mentality, all grouped up with 4 players.
If they want, they could go back into B, actually. Giacomo has kept that space for them, so with the Viper wall up, are they faking it or are they doing it? Yep, it's committed.
Looking to commit, but leaving one insert, it looks like, on that. Timotino, though, his time to shine. ADS up, but he's low as anything. Will go down to a single shot. Saturate layer, tries to re-swing, but will be punished for it. Headhunter, not good enough. Bang.
Around the world again.
Reinserting, they're going for another swing of things, and it's all that space that's been given up. Trent managed to insert himself very deep. He was the only one who didn't TP, and in the midst of all of that chaos, leaving himself as that insert. Leaf with the peak, goes down. Trent seeking to equalize 2v2. It's getting a bit awkward, but still, for 100 Thieves, they're going to see how can they remove Trent from this spot. High ground perch. You can see it all. Buying time, buying space for Valorant to potentially strike. Making it really awkward in terms of the engagements, but 100 Thieves find their way through it.
Nice shots hit, and Cryo provides value again. Critical kill in pipes. And then gets a cleanup towards the end there alongside Bang, his teammate. That kill is the one I'm talking about, onto Leaf, who was pressuring in off the back of Trent's information that he was giving them from heaven. It's quite an expensive round, though.
Yeah.
It must be said.
Already seeing signs, I think, of the challenge that G2 is going to be giving 100 Thieves, because they're coming in as one of the most solid rosters in terms of existing pieces. Like, even just that play there in the moment. TPing with 3 players, Trent leaving him as an insert.
Yeah, lots of layers on what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're not just playing a fundamental game, they've got the ability to call those audibles in the middle of the round, and still a lot of base trust in each other to move quickly.
Just going into this one with the Bucky. Smoke immediately inserting himself, has that dash 2, flash forward, spots a player, tries to go for an Asuna. Nice aim with a stinger. Does he expect Trent to be pushed up into that spot? Not quite, still. Fight's taken, Leaf contains.
What a monster.
The push from 100 Thieves immediately shut down, slapped down. Now the Seekers just to really assert themselves, make sure that there are no more loose pieces, extra elements that could go awry. G2 have got this one fully in their control. Leaf knows roughly where that last player is, Vora.
Shouldn't matter too much. I think Leaf has already won them the round by getting that double kill towards B long. It's a nice idea from 100 Thieves. You lose Showers control, you try to take some space on the other side of the map, see if you can play an A retake with a fast flank coming through. Asuna did a good job as well. Stinger in his face, but I mean, that's just the power that Leaf gives you. And this is something, seems like a weird time to bring it up, but this is something that concerns me a little bit with the way that G2 have changed their roster around, because there aren't going to be that many maps, as far as we can tell, where Leaf's got the ability to play these sentinel role power positions.
Sure.
And control the map, push out.
Because he was dominant in that role before. He was very good at finding like the little gaps to play in.
He won Sentinel of the Year in Americas for last year, and I think was an absolute elite level player all year at the global level. But he is going to be playing, I mean, in the offseason, we saw him playing Breach on quite a lot of the maps.
Sure.
And nothing wrong with it. He's a very, very good player, but it's certainly not going to allow you as many opportunities to get those kills and have those big impact rounds.
Looking at a round like this, the money is going to be knocked down. 100 Thieves able to get some pieces together. I mean, Cryo's got a rifle, Timotino with the Bucky again. There is danger lurking around these corners, but
Timotino was very good in these kind of rounds at being creative and generating these kills for 100 Thieves.
You might see 100 Thieves jump on the chance as well. These orbital strikes, we've been seeing a lot of teams, honestly, just comboing up, saturate, using the waylays like a heat-seeking missile, and then the orbital strike to follow up, ensure that nobody can escape. And you might see the same here, Trailblazer forwards. Here it is. It's all primed, isn't it? Jorgen was getting ready for it. There's the hinder, there's the pullback. We'll see if there's an ult laid out on top. They're happy with the space.
Yeah, they don't go for it this time. Maybe because they've realized that 100 Thieves are on an eco here.
Asuna, yeah, inside Chu, very much isolated though. This is going to be...
It was a fairly dangerous position. Interestingly enough, Leafs just heard a full run back from Cryo. Went through, broke a trip, I believe, and has now evacuated. G2 handling this round really nicely, actually.
Yeah, just avoiding Cryo's presence. I mean, the chamber, when you're playing against Ecos, you can barely see it. It's damage through the wall.
One of the most painful areas of the body to be shot in.
Yeah.
The knee.
Walk it off, though. Maybe he wants to go hunting. Still here. He needs to be careful because there's a buck. He's on 1 HP. Surely not. Still going for it. Swinging wide will mean his ult is earned up for the next round. At this point, there's a lot of damage that's being done.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Plenty of money, though, in the bank for G2. So even with just Valen and Leaf surviving, important point for them is that they're building up to these big ultimates, to be honest.
There's ults on either side.
Yeah.
There really are. We could see them go for that same play where it's the saturate into the orbital strike, as you were talking about. They had a chance of doing that this round against Vora, chose not to. Didn't need to in the end.
So tough out. What the bro, come on, Timo. Come on, bro. Just give me the kill.
He is a shotgun abuser. He is a shotgun abuser, if we know anything about Timotino at this point. But yeah, Cryo pulling out that tour de force very early on and looking like he wants to take it towards Sansa. Chamber v Chamber again.
It's going to be that peak. Battle comes out of reaction times, baby!
He's sitting him down.
Obviously favored holding an angle like that. Players are swinging into him, dashing around to the corner to saturate, misses. We're going and aiming for the combo, but Bang with a reposition quickly. Conversion pass, so we won't be able to escape that. No clearance though into Hookah. Trying to play Vora in alongside the rest of his team. Dropped down to 5 HP, claims the kill onto Jorg, and puts a bit of pause into the step of G2. Looking for a different fight now. TP evacuation, Trent and Baby making their way over towards A.
I think Asanas read this really nicely.
Yeah,
he had the molly. He chose not to use it.
He's got that space though, and these players are just not expecting it. All that damage, just trying to cut them all the way down. Good flash. What is that? All being expended onto the either side of this. Timotino was trying to catch him onto the flank. Trent has opportunities. There's misplays and frantic energy occurring in the server. And Trent just cools it down.
Well, now they have no idea where he's gone. He could have full pushed through to B.
Towards the back of the site, comes out of how this fight gets taken. Health advantage is massive, and Timotino will use it to his advantage.
Around where G2 got the early advantage, but weren't able to close it out. Bang surviving and getting a kill. The opener in a 5v4, and then they've got the ability to use... They comboed Trailblazer and they comboed Saturate to try to get rid of Bang. And somehow he threaded the needle between the two of them and wasted the orbital strike.
Yes, intelligent repositioning by Bang.
But at the same time, I expect G2's execution of that kind of stuff to be better.
Sure.
It's a bit slapdash. But they've still got money to buy. They've just opened the door for another chamber fight.
We're seeing it now with the operator. Cryo.
It's an ego duel at this point.
You get his chance. Dodging, sidestepping, and Baby Bay does it again.
Cryo's going to be up for adoption at the end of this. Baby Bay is going to have full parental rights.
Yeah, apparently. That time as well, just crouching into the angle, but still getting the better. Early pickoff like that. G2 know that the pressure now is on 100 Thieves.
Considering that Cryo has been fairly heavily shut out of this game, still not doing too badly. But in the 5v4 here, G2 really paused. And this was the part of the game where, in the previous round, they went forward, tried to pick off Bang, and made that mistake in the execution. They've spotted Bang, but they haven't spotted Vora.
No. Double holding into that section. It's pulled players over.
Yeah, it has. It's pulled Asuna in this direction over towards B and weakened the A site. But Asuna's already heading back. Timo with a Saturate can slow all of this down.
Yeah, it's all on Timotino though. At this point here, Saturate down into the choke point, a bit of spam, but he's going to be slowed down himself. Peek, adjusts the aim. It's good crosshair placement, trying to really insert himself. Leaf was already one step ahead. Inside that smoke towards the back of the site, Leaf again is just jiggling, calling for his team to double peek with him. It's brilliant discipline at that. Trailblazer stun connects. Baby Bay, barely alive, shielded by the wall, just trying to escape, and baited right into his trap. It's almost like he planned it all the way out. This guy is thriving right now into the server. He might just get another one.
Unstoppable impact from Baby Bay. What a way to announce yourself back into the season. We were talking about how good he was as a sub last year. I don't think many of us expected him to become a mainstay player. But even then, 10-3 in the opener.
That is...
Wow.
Barely anything at all.
There was a little bit more on the screen when he actually took the shot, but even so. Mechanically, Baby Bay is very, very good. And I think when he's on chamber like this, he gets escorted around the map and put into good positions.
What are we doing? Come on!
He does deliver. He really does.
What you're seeing there is the intangibles, I think.
Yeah.
Stuff that him as a player can bring with that confidence, the energy, not just the sharp aim. 100 Thieves are now on the weaker money. Not the strong beginning like they were hoping for, not like they're playing their previous matchup. And Baby again.
He can't miss.
Yeah, point and click adventure game, and he's finding it over towards A.
And 100 Thieves at this point are just going to be cowering in terms of, like, if you want to go for a little info peek like that, you're risking death every time. Makes it feel so oppressive to play the defense side when you feel like you can't, at any point, look and see whether they could be contacting down short.
Sure. Bait. Body was sticking out, but they know that Timotino might be the only threat here. Takes the peek anyway. Good timing on that one. Rips Jorgo's head clean off. And still a thorn in their side.
He's been hitting nice shots. It just hasn't mattered too much.
Tippy back. Players are already rotating, but Bang is still here. Presence into Hook, swinging round. He's only got that sting close quarters. Again, the bullets couldn't quite control that pattern. Headhunter in Cryo's hand, can't get it done. It's the rifles that reign supreme.
The lurk inserts have offered so many opportunities for Valorant to go back around the map. He's been messing with the teleporters to no end on this attack half so far. Really relying on Leaf and Baby to give him options as an IGL, but he's been using them really nicely. It is a winnable 1v3 here.
It's nice. Diligent clearance.
Nearly shot him through the wall.
Yeah, pre-fire into the corner in case anybody was wondering.
No, he's cheating, I think.
Well, we'll see. 1v2.
Okay, maybe he's
rapping. Yeah, okay.
You have to hide it sometimes,
fine.
don't you? You have to hide it. When you've been that blatant.
Having some certified flusher moments. Whacking his mouse into the keyboard.
I just ran out of mouse pads. You can see, though, that this is a new challenge for 100 Thieves. There's a step up here from compared to their game against Leviathan. Yeah, well, Leviathan, I mean, Leviathan as well, they were working with their roles being a bit mixed up in the process. You can definitely tell that that team was struggling with some of the details in terms of their macro play, and has called for the timeout. V-chamber battles very often. The ops are invested into. Bang's going to ult here down short. Yeah. That offers Baby much less of an avenue. He's been terrorizing these players on A. A lot of noise made. Similar setup that G2 have ran in the past with that deep smoke. Asuna this time, though, trying to get one step ahead. You can see him. He's playing inside that smoke, hoping that Jorgmo would double dash into it. G2, they've sniffed out something that they didn't like the look of. Not committing in the same fashion. Deep flash for info. Cryo might get posted again, but that Trailblazer is up. The orb down, and Cryo with just the aim in time. Jorgmo catches Asuna as that smoke fades. 4v4. Flash dodged and avoided. That is quick with the reactions from Vora. Reflash again. I mean, Valen was just holding the angle there. Yeah, both Skies actually deciding to play off their own flashes rather than have a teammate try to swing off it. Individualistic. Smokes not the normal positions for them, but enough for Jorgmo to play in now, and it has attracted the attention. You can see rotations potentially happening again. Valen. Baby's keyboard is disconnected, by the way. He spent the entire round just sat inside the pit. That's going wrong. Maybe just watching for the... No, I don't mean it literally. Right. I just mean he's just been sat there waiting for Bang for over a minute. Timotino is already straight onto the side. This is fast here. Bang is going to be a little bit late with the saturator slow it all the way down. Jorgmo trying to take that fight. Cryo, what an adjustment. Quick with the reactions. Timotino now on the defuse and is being held. Over the top, Cryo. He's got this one watched down. Baby 9 that can't really peek into it. With the wall up in his face. So, 100 Thieves get themselves a round win. Critically at that, with 3 players surviving. Strange fights happening over towards B long. A 3v3 that they do well to close out their 100 Thieves.
Nice, let's go!
But yeah, I think G2 also just had the wrong read about what was happening. Like I said, Baby spent the entire round just waiting for a push from Bang that never happened based off the B pressure. I think the idea from Valen was if we hard pressure B, the Viper will probably push outside of their pit. Stimmy Seekers drop down.
Similar play again, this time with the smokes. Drop down, trying to insert himself. That saturated does connect. Jorgamo is locking onto them and a refract back to safety.
Really nice play. Team
play back in over towards A. All of that noise, all of that pressure. Asuna now with a lot asked of him. He has dominated that Shower's position, but the plan going down. Then denied, honestly. That snakebite was meant to just dissuade him from making that play. Goes 1 for 1. Bang sticking out. He's worried about that Shower's position again. Turning, the flash is called for. Repeat with the play, but slowed down by G2.
And this halt in the pace is designed to allow Jorgamo into Showers.
A lot of opportunities for ones. Bang is alone when he's going for this reclearance, and Trent's on an off angle. Spots him, baits out the shot. Plan still going down. Slight jump spot. He recognizes that there's a whole host of players that are waiting here, but now Plant going down.
Bang's played his life here really nicely, but they're still at a player disadvantage, 100 Thieves, and reinforcements are not here yet.
Snake was held here. Trailblazer forwards. That's a stun that connects. Control of the gun. Trent removed. Turned into a 3v3. Damage through the wall. Jorgamo is pushed out of the picture in the fight as a reflank is coming all the way around, and the timing on this is going to be really damn tight. Timotino has got to find value. Babybay's watching the wrong angle. Whitey's fights take plays. He makes all the noise. Babybay just whips it around 180, but Bang still here. Still time is ticking. Now he realizes there's no way to win it. Waiting for that flank to activate Timotino. The pressure was on him. But what a snap around by Babybay.
Yeah, even in that situation, you're not expecting the 180. Babybay, I'm not sure if he reacted to the noise or he anticipated it, because he seemed to turn around so fast.
Hospital flick.
His reactions are ridiculous. That's 2 rounds now, one for either team.
Baby.
One for either team where one of those players has just been too heavily on a flank and not really involved in the fight, and it's cost them. If Timotino had not been on that long flank around, had been a little quicker, maybe 100 Thieves had a chance in that.
G2 have chances to keep this one really snowballing. Close to a couple of key ultimates. Looks like that might be part of the game plan.
Both Viper Orbs put up over towards B. Bang just cycling it.
Yeah, trying to trade out that U2. Vulnerable up. Jorgamo, second guessing whether he wants to go in here. Saturate again into the corner. Not sure if that was that connection. Bang. He's been good at sidestepping most of this and going to be retreating. That B-long control is G2's, and they can play for that all. Jorgamo's ult will be online.
Reclear for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, they're gearing up for it. They want to square up into it, trying to get ahead of the ultimate before it happens. This is incredibly proactive. 100 Thieves trying to go for it, but he anti-blast positions a little bit better.
I think Valorant got 2 of those while hindered.
That's crazy. Insane work from G2 just to weather the storm in a spot like that.
And Asuna might need to work on that lineup. 4v2 incredibly well handled for G2. I've got to see that those Valorant kills in the replay. It looks so difficult for Asuna and Cryo to get back in here.
Last player standing.
Babybay is a turret posted on these angles.
Yeah, watchful eye onto it. Cryo left wondering how the hell to even play for this one. Trying to skip and hop his way back out and around, go for the re-peek, and that's a bit overkill.
At this point, if you lose another player, it doesn't matter if you take the op. He's going to have the ult for the final round.
Will hold his nerve for now as well, but he is being rapidly approached, and there it is. The bait and switch swing from Valen, given that perfect timing here. G2 up to 8 rounds now as we head into the last round of this half.
Reclear attempt, but it's going into a chamber who can TP away. The first kill is before the hinder lands. The second kill is incredibly good.
So G2 incredibly ready for that proactive fight anyway. The players were in such ingrained positions that 100 Thieves were forced to really overstretch themselves to fight that. But it is insanity with those shots.
Vora sacrifices a gun. Cryo picks up an op, even though he's 1 away from the tour de force. Doesn't want to play for an ult orb. This is 100 Thieves' last chance of putting together a reasonable half. Even 8-4 is not looking that great. They're strong on the attack.
Yeah, they are. Jorgamo.
The ult
waiting.
Should be phenomenal.
Trying to go for it. Close to the corner. Tries to go for that clearance, but the Stinger finds the fight. Vora's there.
Not huge on that, but Vora did a good job of turning Trent's flash.
G2 happy to wait out most of this util though as those smokes dissipate, looking for those open sight lines. There's a poor beginning for them. Still a hard committal. Orbital strike to bail out Forward! And as this is going on as well, there's kills occurring all over the place. Seeker's now offloaded for us, feeling that pressure sandwiched. Very difficult spot to try and fight your way out of, especially when the gun at hand wasn't ready. Timotino with a jump spot. Babyface there. Tour de force to catch the follow-up angle. Leaf.
He's got the wrong read.
Looking for the right time to strike onto this one, but the shots are going missing and wide, and Timotino and Cryo, they combine their minds. What is that by Cryo? Comes alive in the final moments.
Beautiful quick shots with the operator there. To put together a half that isn't all too bad. It's definitely been uphill for 100 Thieves. Their attack side is pretty good. They will have chances if they're able to win a pistol or maybe even the follow-up afterwards.
Let's go, man!
And Timotino still believes.
8-4. If you win a pistol, definitely respectable. We'll see him somewhat.
Yeah, I think attack side chamber, you're actually expected to do not as much. I mean, G2 are so good at putting Baby Bay in those spots, and Baby Bay's got a great read on it, but it's normally the defense side where you'd expect him to thrive.
That's a difficult shot to hit for the very best of players. Ball up into the angle, flash, and around into the corner. He's got that shorty, but Timotino's right there. And picked up another one as well. I think he just stole the gun in the lap. 100 Thieves now looking to take this one with a rapid approach around. Trailblazer saturate into the corner, but Jorgamo, let us match here over towards that area. 100 Thieves got this one on lockdown. The A site is theirs.
This is going to be really tough for Leaf and Trent to get back in. They're not even in position with each other, so Trent's flashes. No possibility for a teammate to follow up on it. Bandit, though, in hand.
Yeah, Leaf looking to take his time. Might get a chance. Shots fired, reveals his position. Possibility to play Trent all the way back in as well, because kills are being claimed with Asuna going down, and this is a bit disjointed. Vora could have gone down there. Wide is the face from Leaf, but Cryo steady enough with his own aim as well. He shuts that one down in their face. So pistol round for 100 Thieves means that that prospect that we were talking about, you know, an 8-4 half, you win a pistol, you win a follow-up, suddenly looking like a much closer affair.
So interesting to note here, Baby Bay only bought 3 Headhunter bullets this round because he invested into a shorty as well to counter Timotino.
Right.
And yet Timotino still flash jumps onto his head, Goomba stomps him, and then recalls out. So G2 know what's coming, and yet they still can't stop Timotino on some of these attacking execs. I think 100 Thieves have got a nice idea of how to play the Waylay.
G2 take opportunities like this as well when you're on that eco buy. Vacuum up the orbs, deny them from your opponents. 100 Thieves. These compositions on bind are vitally important to get those ults rolling. We saw how powerful it was for 100 Thieves. Gonna make it go for Hings here, Valent. He was cutting it up close, hoping that he could get that right click off. Jorgamo trying to take a time in past that one, but Bang adjusts his aim in time. And at this point for G2, they're just a bit late to the party.
And they are really heavily trying to prioritize Asuna in terms of getting that ultimate up. We've seen a lot of teams comboing the saturate from the Waylay with that Brim ult, but it's still going to be a little way off. They're not probably going to have it for the bonus unless Asuna can feast on Leaf, Trent, and Baby Bay here.
And G2's goal will just be not throwing their lives away to any players and showing that they don't get into any ultimates. He is still trying to take that peak, but they want to go down to the spike here ideally, because 100 Thieves, as I was saying, they know how important it is to get those ults online. Asuna leading it forwards. Cry's the one who's going to be claiming most of the kills, though. So
yeah, we were talking about how good 100 Thieves were at that detail in their Leviathan game, at starting that ult snowball by prioritizing the kills onto the right people. I think there they spread it out in a way that doesn't actually optimize that at all. In an ideal world, you'd want to get all of those onto Asuna, in my opinion.
yeah.
But all right. They collect the ult orbs anyway. Don't allow G2 to die to spike, so positives.
Yeah. Because of that, no major ults coming online for the bonus round of 100 Thieves. Going to be going into this one with more ragtag weaponry, really. We'll see it. Shotgun in Timotino's hands.
I think he's always the playmaker on these light buy rounds for sure. You know, you could imagine a scenario here where they try to send the Trailblazer through hookah back around into Garden and he jumps on someone. You know, there's just so many opportunities for Timotino to be a threat. when he's comfortable using shotguns. Here's the Trailblazer up the gut.
Yep. Trailblazer for a Trailblazer.
Little kiss in the middle.
Spots it onto the corner. Timotino sees his target. He wants to strike onto him, and he's missed it up. Yeah, the dash has just not gone the way he wanted it to.
We were guessing him, huh?
We were. Gone a little bit wrong, though. And G2, I mean, Baby was just holding his nerve the whole time. Didn't take the TP. Still got that one. Will now pull back with the flash in his face.
All of this pressure, and they've still got people very deep over towards A. 100 Thieves can hit the teleporter and go back into an A split here. G2 are not moving their defensive rotations around too much. Still triple stacked on the site where they've heard the Sky Util.
Some of the threat and bite taken out of this round, though. I think once the initial gambit didn't really work out. Jorgum, oh, he's trying to go for that one, bang. Just sidesteps it. Bullets raining down on Valin is stuck in a bit of a spot here. Yeah, tight to the corner. His position is predictable, especially with the molly layer down. Timotino gonna try and go for it. That's a hell of a lot of damage, but Baby, he survives it. 9 HP. Could give G2 a bit of an in. It just depends on how the rest of these fights go, because it's all over the place right now. Individuals just trying to take it and square up. Leaf is low as anything. Eventually falls. Asuna finds it. Trickling in with these kills. Baby, well, that prior damage done as well means that he's not set up for success in a fight. Still gets his one. Looking for a little bit more.
Bang just ready to swing off the contact of Vora.
Yeah.
Right. Vora with a Spectre against a player with 9 HP, I think would be favored anyway. If he was looking in the right direction, perhaps, Baby may be able to escape with this Vandal, but 100 Thieves have taken a really important bonus round there.
Massive, honestly.
And I gotta give credit to Vora's calling, because I think that default where they make tons of space over towards B, and then have Viper lurk down short and Chamber insert into showers. It flummoxed G2. They weren't ready for the A split. Jorg, you saw, got kind of caught out over towards short.
Go straight, guys. Round by round, brick by brick. Good calling, Jordan.
Yeah, I think the calling is really nice there.
Yeah.
It worked to perfection.
Yeah, bonus conversion. Massive for them. Cryo picking up that outlaw. He knows that there's a lot of targets waiting on the other side.
Trent looks like he's saving for an operator as well to get it into Baby Bay's hands. He's got 3K in the bank. You put a Vandal into Baby Bay's hands this round to see if he can win something.
Yeah, and it's a similar setup from them. Slide off angle, Trailblazer needs to be broken, and it will be that. Trent forwards, flash, has to be respected. Baby Bay's backing away, but still danger in that smoke. Trent's going to be sitting, making sure to contain a lot of that now, but the Util's being primed and ready to be let loose. At a moment's notice, along those smokes here, Trent's forwards as well. Baby Bay alongside it, they're collapsing onto them. It's gone all too wrong here for 100 Thieves. G2, from what they found they're in, and those smokes started favoring, and there's a lot of damage being done on either side here with the pullbacks. Asuna and Cryo, 2v4 that they found themselves in.
And it's not so easy to hit the TP this round, because there's no space being controlled on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah.
You know, Cryo was with the team this time. The general idea is on some of these anti-ecos, stick together and you'll be able to win it out. You don't want to go and take ones around the map, but that means that you're playing all grouped up and having to hit into a stacked B site instead of having options.
And G2 over towards that B site, they were just playing off each other pretty perfectly on a round like that. Ping-ponging. Jorgamo, he was dropped down to 10 health from earlier. The time is running short, and the angle, it's a bit of a half clearance still. Cryo gets his aim on top of it. On towards that showers, though, that molly. Oh, it's so good.
Wow.
All that damage done. Brian has no chance now. Checkmate.
What a way to win a round. Valin takes it away with the posthumous molly. And we were just singing the praises of 100 Thieves getting back into this game, and now it's going to be a little more difficult. They've still got money to work with. This hasn't destroyed the economy. But I think it has showcased a couple of things to both teams. For 100 Thieves, you do not want to be going into those stacked B sites. The way that Vora was calling before, where you've still got options to go in other directions, is absolutely crucial for you. But for G2, you also...
you want to play? Let's play.
You also know that if you don't give them opportunities for these early picks, you can stop the executes. But that's easier said than done. 100 Thieves very good at generating those early picks with Cryo's operator and Timotino's setups.
That's what they're going to be leaning on.
Yeah, G2 should be playing very slow and passive on the defense here, I think.
Both teams hoping that the other overextends into them. Smoke blossoms. Jorgamo is never making it comfortable, really, for 100 Thieves here. Doesn't want anybody lurking up behind. A lot of Viper wall. The orb as it goes up. Trailblazer needs to be broken for Cryo. They don't want to spoil the surprise. It could be waiting. You see the sky, though. It's a bit of an indicator.
Bye-bye.
Jorgamo TP is just looking for a bit of information. Pulls it back. There is risk here that he gets jumped upon. Over the top towards a truck. And he will refract back. That was Trent covering the back of Jorgamo here. And he still looks like he wants to take a peek into it, but Cryo's already on top of it. Slowfield drop down so they can't absorb that space up into Lambs. Molly, Drobert is just trying to buy a bit of peace of mind. Space given up for them to try and get that plant out of Molly. Slight miss there with a snake bite. Doesn't deny the plant in time, but Trent is happy to be that one-man army. A wrecking ball tearing through the opposition. TP's around, orbital strike as well to force the issue. Out and around, bang! Where's he pulled that from? Orbital strike obfuscating all his sight. He's just going off the mini-map and he still connects it all. From the brink, 100 Thieves have just managed to bring it back.
Arsenal needed the plant to even get that ult online in the first place, but having lost a couple players to Trent, invest a laser beam from the sky, dump it into that position.
Look at this, he couldn't see anybody, he's just going off the minimap.
I mean, he does get a glimpse of them right before the ult's popped. But yeah, he's just spraying for that final kill.
So many little things that, if they went in a different direction, could have ended differently.
That's life.
Yeah, sure. Hashtag philosophy. Just putting it on VCT apparently. TP back again. Saturate's used pretty early off. The G2 side just looking to slow down Timotino. Picks up a lot of that space, still playing inside that orb. In the drop down, Molly for it, just trading, equalizing out with the util. Showers still not in their control. Orbital strike to push them out and away. G2 looking for that re-clearance, but 100 Thieves weren't even ready and waiting in it. Valen is playing inside his own orbital strike to try and take a cheeky timing, but he's shut down in the midst of it. Baby Base still there. And Cryo making sure to slap him back down to earth.
It's a long flank coming around the back from Trent. He might try to find a backstab on Cryo, but Leaf would have to already have gotten a kill in Lambs, and that is not happening. Timotino way too sharp.
Trent's a good aimer. He's good in spots like this, but that discipline again still rears its head from 100 Thieves, ensuring that there are no missing links. 9-9 is what they brought it to.
I'm surprised that they decided to invest the orbital strike into that round as well, Valen. It's an eco round. I know that you've got the Tour de Force online, but it felt very frantic there. Individual play from Jorgamo, not backed up by anything apart from the ult.
Nice! Let's go, boys! I like that!
And then Valen trying to take a really fast timing too. G2's defense side looking a little less coordinated than the attack. Both teams looking strong on the attack side though. Credit to 100 Thieves. They've got a lot of good ideas.
Brought it back nicely. Different approach from Timotino. He's committed the dash hyper early to see if he can get onto that line before G2 expected it.
Yeah, I'm not sure who he thought was going to be playing for an orb or something. Maybe expecting Baby Bay to be there with the operator.
Yeah, if they've been tracking the money.
But no, it's short that Baby Bay is trying to cover. With the trip over towards Showers, they can keep this triple stack on B. And this setup was one that 100 Thieves struggled with when they did commit into that B exec. But it's these lurkers over here, Bang and Cryo, that just give Vora tons of options to go back into an A-split late round. And it's tough for G2 to get the read.
They know that they want a heavy fight over this B long fight though. Again, Timotino doesn't have the dash to follow up onto most of this one. Jorgamo looking to slow it down. Eventually going to concede up that space though. It does give an option now because Timotino can't grab that orb. That's going to be a convergent path. The Seeker's all broken. Path could be let rip here, Jorgamo. Makes himself known over towards Hookah. Now calling for the pivot options. Showers was not in their control. 100 Thieves is a risky gambit. going for this play. Bebe looking to see if he can get himself posted onto the line. It all comes down to the aim. Seekers forwards. Do you want to try and make the play happen? Skipping across the time, becoming an issue. Shot going a little bit too wide, but he goes for it anyway. And that could be it. Nailing the coffin for it. Spike drop down. Controlled in the end.
Great shutdown from those A players. I mean, Baby Bay specifically getting those 3 kills. Very key difference, though, for 100 Thieves' attack side call there was that they didn't control showers. So they're so worried about getting out through that area. A much bigger risk. I think the original idea there has got to be to commit to the B pop. And then when a little G2. Starting Valen over on the A side of the map. No, he thinks better of it. Back over towards B.
Could be potential for the op v op in showers. See how those fights get taken.
That missed shot.
Yeah. A lot of change up in terms of the way that 100 Thieves want to play. They're still feigning like they want to fight over that B-long fight.
Here come the chambers again.
Again. Another turn of it. Bebe looks like he wants to peek up into the angle. Just barely. The elbow poking out. That's all Cryo needed to play with.
Really great awareness from Cryo. Once he pushes Baby Bay off the showers angle after a missed shot, he knows exactly where he's going to re-peek. 20 and 11.
Another chance.
21 and 11, surely.
He spotted him, but the question is, how do you remove him?
Well, you actually can. He's not as worried about Leaf here as another player that could be coming to support. If you tuck in this right corner on this kind of angle, you can actually see Leaf. You'd be able to spot his leg, but he's worried about another player in showers creeping up on him.
Oh my goodness, this is so brave.
He's got a judge. How's he going to
judge back down? Well, the answer is he doesn't.
Yeah, he's just looking to try to get some information there. But really good patience from 100 Thieves.
Yeah, we're about 30 seconds left remaining onto it, so that shower's cleared up.
30 seconds left.
Molly will do a lot to delay here, but it's still potentially a sliver of time once it all gets said and done and it all shakes out through and forwards, bang! Leads a charge up through the choke. Trent towards the back of the site. A lot of players, 100 Thieves making sure that they can just ping-pong off the back of each other, and even in these final moments, despite the time running low, still finding time to min-max those ultimates.
Both teams took a tag timeout here, or rather, both teams had an opportunity to speak in the tag timeout. 100 Thieves, though, ended up getting value out of very similar stuff that they've been doing all the way on this attack side. The Chambers have been having way more value on attack as well. Cryo was getting shut down heavy, going for peak after peak on defense. And now, he's actually caught up basically with what Baby Bay's at in terms of KD.
I mean, normally the other way around, you think the Chamber, okay, well, the game's going to be coming to you, but feels like Cryo can just get posted and players will walk towards him. Jorg. If he goes down here, it's not the end of the world. He would like to keep his gun, I think, just the way that their money shakes out, but he is one away from the ult, so
10-10, things look even. And even in terms of the ultimates, they're not too far off. 100 Thieves maybe with a slight edge in terms of getting to some in critical rounds. But you look at the money, and the money is way more in favor of 100 Thieves.
Yeah.
If 100 Thieves end up winning, you know, another big round later on, there could be 2 ecos here for G2. And that might seal the map. This one that we're going into here, take a look at this on the split screen.
Partition your brain to try and take it all in.
Yeah. Well, the biggest difference there is not so much what they see, it's that Baby Bay was moving.
Oh, wait a second. Realizing that one. You see it with the pit drop down as well, but it's plays to play for. Bang! Bang! He's trying to make a go of things.
Crucially, though, Leaf survives.
Yeah, that means the pit remains up. Jorgemore happy to take that space back up. Stray shots and a refract back. He just missed the timing, and 100 Thieves look like they're reasserting. They fake it.
What do they have for this, though? Vora could flash and just hope that Leaf is holding a really close angle, but it's not great. It's a very different defensive setup here for G2.
Yeah.
Putting Baby Bay down this long angle gives them the opportunity to just stack more and more players over towards A, if that is the late round finish for Vora.
That trademark deep as well, so a lot of peace of mind. Valen is just making sure to be agile, mobile, as soon as there's noise heard.
He doesn't have his stim beacon, so he will be slightly slower on the rotate.
Jorgemo's holding down Shower's angle. It's important. A fight to be taken is about to be served up on a bit of a platter, crouching into the line. Timotino, stray shots just into the shoulder. Flash is good with the connection, and Jorgemo feeling the pressure to really contest this one. He realizes the importance of Shower's control. Turn of the dash, still has it available. Swinging out wide into it. Doesn't have a lot to work with now, but a conversion pass offloaded. And Valin just coming in from behind. Asuna hindered up. Can't do much from a spot like that, but the money, well, the time is running short as anything. Here, Cryo's leaping around. He's made all the noise in the world, and the plan going down. Baby Bay. Plant down, shots, reactions, Cryo.
That was so close.
Couldn't hit it in time.
It's a good job Baby Bay was sharp on that Vandal body shot, because otherwise, the quick scope was coming.
Yeah.
What a chaotic fight at the end of it there.
All over the place.
Jorg gets this ult off as he dies with his dying breath. Casts it off for Leaf and Valen to follow up on. Down to the wire, but that was a half-buy round essentially for G2. That wasn't even one that they hard invested into. Yeah. And that could have saved the money, but at the same time, if 100 Thieves win the next, it's going to be 11-11 and another eco for G2, basically.
And the threat lurking again. Seen it enough times. Orbital strike that Asuna's sitting on as well, Timotino.
Yeah, I'd love to see them go for that play. It was so well executed in their opener against Lev.
Might be looking for chances to do it.
The player that he would want to jump on, though, potentially, over towards Lamps. Jorg's got more opportunity to escape than most.
Yeah, definitely.
But I wonder if they can use a Trailblazer and spot out where Valen's playing. Valen would be a juicy target for that combo as well.
Smoke fades. Cryo was posted here. Won't be able to follow up most of this one. Jorgamo.
What an opener.
It's a kill to be claimed. Timotino down. Yeah. Removes that option of that little combo play, and he's still here. Slide off angle, flash, plays himself in. This is good coordination! Jorgamo took a while to come online, but critically at the final hour, round 22, puts his stamp of authority onto it. 4 has been spotted out. 100 Thieves' hopes in this round are trickling away.
They've got money, they can go for it. It's worth trying.
4 players stacked though. G2 have got reinforcements in every position. Jorgamo. Make sure he doesn't open himself up. That is so damn crispy. Dash wasn't there in time to get the hell out.
Oh, he was on for the ace. It's tragic, the timing. But as you said, coming alive in the final hour, so important. And I love the little flash play. Brilliant from Trent. Rotating around to let Jorg play off. Watch it as it pops up over the top.
Yeah.
Jorg just flicks his crosshair slightly to avoid being team blinded, and then gets the swing down short. And he's got the refract active the whole time as well, so if he takes a bad fight, he can back up.
100 Thieves being pushed to the brink here by a G2 that are just finding these miracle moments. A lot of ults to work with.
You want to play? Let's play.
We'll see how they take this one here. Jorgamo ready to evacuate at a moment's notice there, especially spotting Timotino. Don't want to be caught out into the open. Cryo is aggressive. Double dash in. Timotino's absorbing a lot of that space over towards default. What's the next layer of this one, though? Util forced down alongside the Seekers, seeing if they can push them out and away, but it's on a knife's edge. G2 making sure to get a lot of bodies in play. An orbital strike, hinder, drop down. This is going to be chaos. Fight's taken. 100 Thieves are filling up that kill feed. That could go down now without too many more worries. There's a flank that could activate. Baby Bay. He's going to have to be rapid on it. Rest of his team as well just falling to the might of 100 Thieves.
It's a banger of a shot from Timotino, and he might have another opportunity here as well to close.
Yeah, off angle is going to make it hard to clear if you're Baby Bay. Timotino, what a round.
The ult finally used from Asuna as well, that allowed them to take that extra fight into backside. Getting those ults up at the perfect time to win a critical round and stop G2 from running away on 100 Thieves map pick.
One enemy remaining.
Final tack timeout going to get taken here. Both teams really have been pushed, and I think that's more impressive for 100 Thieves personally.
Sure.
Because again, think about where we're at with these two.
Frags have been numerous. But 100 Thieves are looking to see if they can take this one all the way to OT for G2. They want to close it up.
There's 3 critical players who are 1 away from getting their ult online. Both Waylays and Valen. And if they can manage to get that early on with a pick somewhere, it could change the course of the game entirely. Nobody playing early for the ult orbs, though. 100 Thieves have kind of been dominating control of Belong and Showers across their attack side. And they would have an opportunity here for Timotino to pick one up. But G2 have also been triple stacking over towards Garden. Sometimes it can be dangerous.
Yeah.
That flash though confirming no one's here.
Makes it feel like it could be the case. Timotino is going to get open access to that orb.
And Vora calling again this B-long default back into an A split. This time though, with access to a Waylay ult. They could even maybe fake with the Waylay ult.
Might be looking to see what they can get done, just the two of them now with the Trailblazer forwards. They have pulled players over. Double dash in, Timotino didn't like the look of things here. Spotted too many players, too many adversaries up through a short. The TP's called for, and Valorant, he's forward as anything.
I thought he didn't have another smoke there.
Smoke, this is it, it's all to play for. Jumping into him, it's traded. Asuna is straight there at it. Baby Mado answers back. Oh, popped off, leaping down. Asuna finding multiple kills. There's 25 seconds remaining in this plant. Has to go down. Not too many problems, but there's still these danger players lurking around. Leap trying to create noise and chaos for Baby to really thrive in. Dominating it all, G2. No stone unturned. Slowly dismantling the hold, and it's too much for Cryo. 13-11 G2. Lead early in this series. Win here, you get a nice little break. What is it, 12 days?
Yeah.
To really prep for that next matchup. But if you lose...
Yeah, if you lose, you go right back to the beginning of that middle bracket.
Where are you?
Let's see how it gets started then. Deep walk down of mid, 100 Thieves. We're going to have a lot of control. Nice and early. Willing to jump on the chance here with Valorant. Deep smoke that he's feigning that there could be the possibility of a B hit. No one's actually in position to follow up off of any of this.
I mean, a B hit, oh, well, it's just been walled off. Asuna coming over and walling the B choke point. Trent hears that, but what's he going to do about it?
Oh my god, yeah. Just caught crossing that section. G2 here, auto sound cues, and they jump on the chance.
But you still have to slow this down. Oh, well, they've thrown the drone over the top of B.
It's an awkward one.
But Trent is going to take a long time to break the wall.
Jorgo's making noise as well. Spotted one of the players, but his Cryo going to be accounted for. Cuts it up close. Yeah, Jorgo's going to be done. Finished. 4v4, but now they're working their way over towards A, and there are players waiting, ready, onto the side. Vora, it's an off angle to play off of. Even that paranoia is picture perfect. This is Bang just supplementing it. And Vora didn't get it. Bang was shortly behind him.
It's a really good flash from Bang. Absolutely perfectly timed.
It's good damage, but very difficult spot to get through if you're Trent.
Even if you're on Teo.
Yeah.
Already seeing value from 100 Thieves pick this round, though. I think the Sage Wall over towards B was not dealt with properly by G2. They continued to apply pressure as if they were going to be split, but because they never really broke the Sage Wall, I don't think 100 Thieves bought that particularly. They had two players ready to defend the eventual pivot into A perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, they heard the salvos, and it was just, what was it, Trent slashing away at the wall.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like it's a B hit.
It doesn't feel like too much danger at all. And of course, Cryo was pushed up.
Interceptor, placed alongside Timotino. He can overstay it for a second. Cryo looking to really get involved. And alongside that one, Saturate Timotino reinserts himself into the conversation. A lot of damage. Kill miss there onto Valorant. They're hoping to build up these orbs onto Vora or Timotino.
Yeah, Timotino just full pushing out there, halfway up to his ultimate already. It's a nice position for the Interceptor as well. Cryo throwing it behind that metal box. Can't wall bang through that. So any kind of utility like a Prowler, a drone, Yoru Flash, for example, those are potentially going to get eaten. I think G2 are really going to struggle with B.
Yeah, certainly. Smoke up and over towards the top. Valorant skirting around danger, but not for much longer. This is pretty standard stuff. I mean, 100 Thieves can't afford to lose too many more players here, but that's why they are tripled up. The spike, they're firmly behind them here. So 2, well, currently, 100 Thieves, they get the rounds that they needed to win.
And it's certainly possible that Timotino could get his Waylay ultimate online during this round.
Yeah.
He's going to go for the Bucky. And what a shotgun abuser.
I mean, fear in the hearts of his opponents, I think.
One enemy remains.
You're going to know what he's going for here. For
30-year-old
G2, they're
these
going to make
days,
sure.
bro, they're just insane.
You're going to be looking to see that they can make this round 3 clean.
Where are you?
One's up and over the top. They're going to play towards mid with the drone alongside it. Valorant is the one tip of the spear, really. Double dash, fuck in your face, and the shot just goes wide. Timotino, significant amount of damage, but Valorant not done yet. Very much alone here, inserted all the way up towards that middle section, but putting a squeeze onto B. As 100 Thieves go exploring, looking to see if they can seal and fill up those gaps. Left wondering where it's all gone wrong. Valin is just running a mockery. He's got 4 kills. Under the ace. Doesn't know where the last is. And I feel like I'm cursing these players at this point. The amount of 4Ks I've seen. Not converted into it.
This was a particularly weird opportunity for an ace for Valin. Yeah. He almost got traded instantly by a Bucky and then has just been picking off people while his team hits B. It's a strange round. Bang with full armor and a Vandal. Might as well just be saving at the end of this one. And maybe mid will be the weakness here for 100 Thieves. With how heavily Cryo and Asuna are looking to shut down the outsides of the map. G2 might be able to play through mid. Yeah. That's going to put pressure on Timotino. He's not always going to be going for a dash Bucky play, obviously.
Sure. That's
just his bonus round strategy. But because he didn't get a kill, he also doesn't have the ultimate available just yet. It was 2 away to start the round.
Real sharp shooting.
The big value from G2's composition is the fact that they have so much drone utility. They have Trent's drone, as you saw there, for Valorant to run up early, but they also have 2 Prowlers. So you're not that worried about wasting the drone at the start of the round just for a little bit of space. So that's the big threat on 100 Thieves' side, is very early map control plays by G2.
100 Thieves already making adjustments, ensuring that middle thoroughly supported. A lot of util going to be sent towards Cryo here. Makes it feel like, again, that it is that B pressure. See if they can pull out any sort of cooldowns. Bang is hyper committed. Forwards onto the angle, spots his players crouching, just can't quite get out of there. Instant trade from Jorg. Good for that one. Sees. Does connect. He's not going to be able to be moving much further forwards from this one, but 100 Thieves aren't even looking to contest over towards Link. Instead, the call for them is to repush all the way down onto that flank. It's an open site now for G2.
It's a nice plant as well. The position that Vora's holding in is now absolutely critical.
Yeah. Trent not choosing to save that salvo for the post plant. Instead, G2 hyper-focused on locking down all the angles, the threat eliminated.
Now Vora, how on earth does he get back in here? He's got to be worried about Leaf, he's got to be worried about bricks and close left.
Trent's already filling this one up. He just saw the barrel of the gun, tried to sidestep a lot of that one, but there's a fight still squared up to Vora. Winning it through, Asuna towards the back, and now the rest of 100 Thieves putting on that pressure, applying it, and it's all up to Leaf. Not a lot of angles that could be spammable from, but he just plays it back and away. Ready for the fight, Cryo. And time remaining as well to get that defuse off and ready to go.
Big kill from Cryo towards the end. He was very close to getting mobbed up. One more bullet would have done it for Leaf. Leaf was convinced there was a second player flanking. He spent so much of that round staring towards A main. Kind of baiting the rest of the team, to be honest, but he was just very confident in his read that there was another player behind. Didn't think Timotino would be going for that alone.
Let's go, man!
3-1 is a great start for 100 Thieves. Much better than they were able to put together on buy.
Yeah. Putting a priority as well a bit on these half armor buys by 100 Thieves. They're doing it every now and then. Trying to stretch the credits as much as possible.
Yeah, whereas you look at G2 going for full across the board.
Yeah. Still have the guns here. This time looking towards mid again. The drone has to be broken as a gate crash is sent flying up, but there's no supportive util. Maybe if the drone was not broken.
Well, I mean, you see Timotino here with his ultimate, and I think you're pretty worried about taking fast mid pressure, because Waylay ult back through mid would be a nightmare. There are so many good spots for the Waylay ult though here. You know, if Cryo spots people in B main, throwing a Waylay ult into this B position could be devastating as well.
Valorant just looking to see if he can create some subterfuge across the map here with these smokes.
But this is the timing where Asuna goes for the wall. So now there's a wall down in B main at minute on the clock. And I still think G2 don't really have an answer for this, because they've walked up B as if this was the part that was supposed to be the the fake, right?
Yeah.
They're faking A so that they can get a quiet walk up B. But then there's a wall in your face and you have to break it.
Looking to burst this one down. Evolution popped off. Cryo's going to be ready to ignore most of this util coming his way. And he's got that crossfire set up intact. 100 Thieves. Seal it all up. No entry onto the site whatsoever.
And now the spike is lost. Doesn't matter how hard Baby Bear gets the lurk going over towards A. I can't see them recovering this one.
No.
They don't have a good game plan here for Asuna's wall. I think they're going to have to take attack timeout early here. This is where I would be hitting the panic button if I was Josh RT.
Yeah.
Because the game plan doesn't really make sense either. The strat that Valen's calling here.
The design of Corrode as well doesn't really enable you to just insert a player, break the wall at the minute mark. Because at that point, they take so long to rejoin the rest of the pack. Whatever you're going into is...
yeah,
we're going to be late to the party, right?
You are going to be late, but that's why you send Jorgamo there. Like my adjustment here would be, you have Leaf and Jorg at the very start of the round, go and take some B main pressure.
Yeah.
They try to actually put pressure on Cryo, force it back a little bit, and if there's a wall that gets used, Jorg breaks it and gate crashes back to the rest of the team.
Sure, yeah, that could happen. They are timing it pretty well, though. Where if Jorg ends up using the gate crash at the beginning, it will expire.
Yeah, it's
so and it's an awkward spot to get the gate crash back in, because look at all the walls it could get caught on. Anyway,
they haven't taken attack timeout anyway, though.
Details, yeah, they haven't.
Well, this one's an eco, but yeah, I think going back into B is really tough. They also haven't even been breaking Cryo's trip, so lots of things here. This is why NBS was saying we have an unusual composition, and it'll be on G2 to come up with ideas to break it.
Yeah.
But it's the start of the year like this. New ideas can win you games.
Flash wants it instantly at that. I mean, that's, I believe, the paranoia coming out on the other side of things here. And they're looking to square up into these fights. Not too many players with the rifles. Bang can adjust it. Try to control the aim back down again. The players with the guns doing the most, but not accounting for that. Asuna. Impact he has. And
Spike's his now.
Yeah, tucked tight to the corner now with that wall down.
How are you going to retrieve that one?
Try and beam it down. Leaf does have the weapon for the job, but doesn't want to be caught unaware. I was watching one side, Asuna onto the other. Open as anything. They've missed each other. Cryo trying to rejoin. Asuna giving up the space. A lot of noise made, but they're happy to swing wide anyway. 5-1 this early on. You're exactly right, Josh. The onus is on G2 to figure this one out.
Like I said, I would have taken an attack timeout by now, right before this eco round, but we'll see if Josh has confidence in Valen or wants to take it right now before a rifle round, perhaps.
Nice. Let's go.
I think there's got to be an adjustment. Are we expecting a huge amount of attack rounds anyway? Not really. It is a defense-sided map, and when they're, for now though, 4 players outside B. We'll see what Josh RT and Valen have come up with to try to counter this composition from 100 Thieves.
It's a wall-up play. This is trying to post up Bang so we can just watch right through that little pocket.
It could catch Baby Bear. He's been pretty aggressive on these lurks.
Yeah, and it does spot, I believe, yeah, over the wall. Nothing to impede his view. Nothing to give it away either.
All right, clone used, and that gets the trip from Vito activated on B. Asuna's wall gone already as well. But that's obviously because they were using it for the boost.
That's going to be fading around this point. Soon enough, at least. And Bang, not so lucky that a player will be walking and wading right into him. Smoke across the map. There's the wall breaking eventually. Grading. Very slow going from G2. Just seeing they can poke. They've got players still inserted.
To be honest, they might be waiting for that wall to come up over.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Because they didn't particularly hear it get used pre-barrier over at A.
Who's next?
40 seconds.
Yeah.
Fake ult from Jorg into B. Reconnects on A.
Yeah, over towards it now. He's going to look to see if he can pinpoint where some of these players might lie. There's a lot of them here. He's using the wall to try and get behind them. But 4 is one step ahead. Asuna holds it down as well. Bang. Not going to expect this one, are they? Bait and switch, and he just peeks at a perfect timing. Cryo activating Trent. One hell of a monstrous task, and he can't do it all. 6-1 for 100 Thieves. This composition that they've opened up with, a nightmare to deal with.
And a great response coming out of the tag timeout too. NBS of Doom Bros a step ahead, throwing the wall into a very different location. And I think putting G2 in a position where they didn't really understand what was happening and had to just go into a standard combo towards the end.
Yeah.
And didn't even execute it that well, actually. Yorwell into the fade ult there. Pretty late from Leaf. Jorg stuck in a bad spot trying to fight a 1v3 before his opponents were deafened. This is rough stuff for G2. Fantastic response for 100 Thieves.
This time Asana's position, duly noted. Here's the one player playing up towards B.
Well, yeah, after the tactical timeout, Cryo's changed up his position massively. He's no longer hard anchoring B as the Vita. They've got a stack over towards A. And Asana's just playing with them right now. What timing does he choose for the wall? He's normally been doing it about on the minute mark, but it's dangerous when he's the only person here.
Yeah, and look, because the size of the map, the way that they want to go in, they're already just vacating. Asana doesn't want to creep up to that choke point because he doesn't know if it's really going to be contested.
But if he does get bowled at some point, they're going to get rewarded nicely. I mean, to be fair though, they've already got a triple stack on A.
Yeah.
The defensive setup's already as good as it could be for stopping G2's finish here. Here comes Asana walking up to the choke point. There's the wall.
Yeah.
Now he can leave.
It's peace of mind.
And it feels like, I mean, the round's over here just based on 100 Thieves' defensive setup.
Yeah. 3 players over towards A. Locking it down. Chokehold's going to be broken early, but Cryo not to be removed. Squaring up. They don't have the weapons for it. Cryo removes 2. Running and gunning will not save you in a spot like that. Vora tries to collect himself. 2 kills added to the tally. But Trent's now left alone. Hindered, slowed as anything, 7-2-1. Monstrous opening for 100 Thieves.
An 8-4 half would still be good, I think, for G2, but it looks... That looks so far away at this point. They still have not figured out what to do against this comp. And massive credit, actually. You know, TSM were one of those teams in Ascension playing a ton of the Sage. So I think the theory has really been worked on by this squad, by NBS as the coach.
Yeah.
And then the mid. And so it's a risk if you do decide to go for that. But you got to change up something. Trent sat there with an ultimate. Timotino opping. Looking to see if anyone on G2's taking early space behind this Tejo drone.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel like G2 have been smoking mid that much. It's going to be propped up though. All in the face. Trent. Yeah, he can't hop over that one. He's going to try and do some clean
earlier.
movement.
That wall is a lot earlier for Asana, about 25 to 30 seconds earlier than usual. G2 could still end B in this round, which hasn't really been an option for them before. You could apply a little bit of A pressure here and just go back into Trent late.
Flash into Link. Timotino pushed back and away off these angles, and he's got to anticipate there could be players waiting. G2 just trying to really clear their way through that mid angle, but not accounting for it. Not the operator in Timotino's hands. G2 just trying to explore across the map, find out what they can do. They have at least broken the wall at this point, but tiny victories when they're getting whittled down.
I think
by piece.
The calling here does seem to be better from Valen. He's recognized that because that wall happened early, it's naturally broken now, and they've got an opportunity to split B.
Paranoia, Armageddon. It's going to be rolling out the carver to see if they can follow this one up. Asana wants to play towards this. Doesn't have too much util. Only the gun in his hand. Smokes up to play around in with that shorty. Kind of spam. Not quite there. He saved the second bullet for a rainy bloody day. It's all raining shotguns now. 100 Thieves. Flawless. It's so tough for G2 right now.
It really is. Even though they recognize there was a timing, they're in a 4v5, and Bang has an ultimate. So even though they were triple stacked over towards A, Bang's already there, ready to support Asana and Timotino. Wasn't even required, though. Asana and Timotino together pick off the remaining 4 at NBS. That's the sign of an evil genius at work. And it is evil, bringing out the Sage here.
It's looking painful to play against.
It's interesting because G2 used to play the Sage on this map, so they should know a lot of these tricks.
Be careful of the horn. This is fast and loose by G2, especially when that drone gets a tag and a reveal. Timotino with a clearance, wants to go for a bit of a play of his own, but he's slowed down, halted by the Seas for now.
Might be a good thing, actually, that Alicia was put on him there for a moment. This is
really
an anti-eco round.
Can hear the footsteps, though. It's not fake presence and pressure. Vora's forwards, rifle there. Sees the fake TP. Happy to just stand against it. Weather the storm. What cheeky, what
is this?
Just baits them around, isn't it? They're just getting silly with it.
Yeah, I don't think that's one that they've run in scrimmage before. I mean, maybe, but that doesn't look like something that NBS drew up. They are dominating this game, though. That 8-4 that I was talking about as a pure hypothetical, it never looked realistic, to be honest with you. And now it's impossible.
Nice! Come on, bro. Let's go.
G2 have got 2 more chances to make something respectable of this. But you're looking at this game and thinking, this could have been a 2-0.
Yeah.
100 Thieves had their chances to win on Bind. And they're looking dominant here on Corrode.
Vora's just so happy to square up to the challenges in mid. Peeks out, Valen gone.
Now this is an interesting wall at top mid as well. It's a weird one, broken immediately.
Yeah, broken early. Timatino's also hand revealed. The operator's leaning over towards B. But G2 have been doing this. They've been gathering information, poking and prodding, finding out where 100 Thieves are actually playing. Hasn't done them a lot of good.
If Valen had not died in this round, if it had been a 5v5, I think G2 would have had a great chance here. The defensive setup has swapped. But it's so tough without your smokes.
And Leaf out in the open. Desperation really grasping at any sort of opportunity to even out that scoreline. But with him going down, 3v5, 100 Thieves now bunkering down. 3 players looking to see if they can put a stop to most of this one. Jorgamo trying to pre-aim, but he's been slowed to a crawl. This util pulls him back. Sound cues cut away. The spike gets dropped down into the middle of nowhere and has to be reclaimed, but 100 Thieves are on top of all of it. Cryo inserting and activating. Baby Bay's the last one left, and it's not going to be for much longer. Not with a shorty in your face. Disgusting work by 100 Thieves.
Last round in the half.
And because G2 have just been nowhere near in some of these rounds, 100 Thieves have never felt pressure to use their ultimates until it's absolutely desperate. I mean, in this situation, TP, they're relying so heavily on the Teo salvos to make that angle not a reality, and yet they've miscalculated completely. Vora can just stand there and get the freest kill, and then ults late on.
Oh no.
And this...
Signs alive.
This
Convergent pass is waiting, catches the contact. Asuna is forward, stunned for now, but Trent is in a sticky spot, and Timatino trying to spray them all down, rushing them to pieces. Valen with the TP into the back is nothing but an absolute Hail Mary that does not pay off. 11-1 at the half. Rapid showcase from 100 Thieves, and slightly unethical in my opinion, but listen, they are set up well.
There's a wry laugh on the other side of the stage from Baby Bay, having a conversation with Valen, and I think they'll be very relieved that they got the win on map 1, because this is not close.
No.
This is an absolute prep diff between these two teams.
They're pulling on a comp like this with no chance to ante. Filthy work, 100 Thieves. Let's see how this one gets started, round 13. There's hope in the crowd. G2 have got to take it that one step at a time, starting with the pistol Jorgamo. First to take place over towards here, absorbs up that Prowler, and Leafs by his side, looking to take these fights early and often. TP back though, will leave Valen very much alone. 100 Thieves not looking to rush into things though.
Immediate reclear over towards mid. But Valen is telling them that there's no commitment here on A, so you can't overpush this. 100 Thieves are clearly going back and re-exploring.
Jorgamo's looking for signs of life, just spots the top of their heads, but Ghost from long range through the wall, not doing tremendous damage, trying to flash it, re-push out, just kind of, I mean, put together any sort of play they can.
To be honest, a bit lucky that they even get the counter pick there onto Asuna.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it could have just gone straight up, down a player.
3v3 though. G2 have got Trent in the right spot here, has salvos as well, so.
Much more passive setup though over towards B. He's not going to be able to hold the choke point in the same way.
Jorgamo watching for it though. Contacts, salvo should come out as well, locking it down to a degree. Concussion, but the 100 Thieves players are already in. They've swarmed the positions. B-side there for the taking.
And that's the difference between the compositions. 100 Thieves could lock down that choke and you could never get through.
Yeah, and the salvo's a little bit too slow to try and stop them from scaling.
Same with the stun. Valen has to do a lot here.
Yeah, it's just too much to clear. Walking into that one with a pistol round. I mean, it's going to be a force from G2 on the other side, of course, but
it's going to be tough.
It's going to be real tough, man.
The comeback is going to be real difficult here. Like, really difficult. But it's going to be iconic.
Yeah. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss it.
I mean, they're not on the attack side. They didn't get the plant money. They didn't really get that many kills either.
Barely anything.
I mean, they got a few.
Three
But yeah,
bandits.
this is a shocking final round buy from G2. We could be headed to split sooner than you might imagine.
Yeah, it might be a VOD Watchers skip ahead moment. Might not have to, actually. Could be over before our very eyes. Flash forwards, G2 is feeling desperate at this point, just looking for any sort of pick they can. Very passive positions. It's a nice shot from Valorant. It's good damage, and he does claim that kill. Leaf also going walkabouts, finding his own timings in the midst of all of this one with Stinger in play. G2 can't count these players out.
That is the miracle weapon for these guys.
Leaf is stuck, though. He's made a lot of noise like he's in that corner. Leaf gets a chance to reposition off the wall. Should be faced up. Whips out the secondary. It's damage done. Cryo on 11 HP. G2 still in this.
Leaf's done an absurd amount of damage with his Stinger over the course of this round.
I mean, they're favoured, really, aren't they? The spike drop down. Babybay knows where the position is, unless he's caught looking the other way.
Oh, no. He is thinking about it, though.
Yeah. Salvo there, too. Maybe potentially Trent might have seen it on the minimap. Feels that way. Thrown to clear it. As weak as anything here. He's got to sidestep most of it, and yeah, Babybay. So, round on the board. My prediction into the comms is 1 round at a time.
A 100% increase in terms of rounds won by G2 recently.
Very good. That's great.
Projections through the roof. This quarter, we're going to have exponential growth.
One enemy remains.
If Leaf keeps hitting shots like that with the Stinger, maybe.
Nice!
And that might be the intangible quality they were looking for with Babybay.
Yeah,
You may have just seen it there.
I think so. You've got to have a guy that keeps the atmosphere light.
Yeah.
The pros do say, though, generally getting battered like this is actually easier on your mental than losing a close game.
Sure.
Because in a close game, you're thinking about all of the small mistakes. Oh, what if I'd just done that? What if I... A game like this, you're like, well, we never had a hope.
Where are you?
Deep horn, Leaf. Could be seeing many signs of life. He already has as well. Inclination of what's going to be occurring. No armor to protect you. Leaf is feasting here, and no scopes abound. That's a fine collection of kills, and he's looking for that. I didn't even know that was possible.
Ooh, that's disgusting.
Yeah. Lean back, I'm learning today.
The question is when you start to believe, Brett.
A few more rounds, please, before we get into that conversation.
I think so. Leaf's up to a very early ultimate. If there was a way for G2 to be able to put a round together, maybe it would be to do with that.
It's a weird spread in terms of the buy, but at this point, you got nothing to lose. Might as well invest everything. Outlaw operator. John, we're going for that peak. Paranoia. Potentially play him in, but
There.
100 Thieves just diffuse.
That C's gobbled up. To be honest, the veto hasn't been the biggest problem in this composition. I think Cryo potentially could have been playing the Chamber as well, and it would have led to similar outcomes. I think it's been much more the Sage that they've struggled with. But it's an interesting little flare to think about. And did stop them from going for those big B bursts. The threat of the Interceptor is always there.
Whole gang, though, grouped up towards mid. Thieves are going to be starting to see if they can take a gander over towards this B side. It's up to Trent to see if he can lock this down. He's going to regroup, but Babybay is immediately deleted. That's just Vora alone in main. Double dash over towards the top. The refract to pull back. Paranoia now sweeps forwards. The concuss might save you for a little bit, but not for long. Players starting to fall now, and with these deep inserts, Timotino is ready to be a pivotal player that just puts an end to all of this one. We'll reveal it with at least the Colombian broken. Shotguns out and ready. Still Timotino will be alive. Swift reset of the aim is enough. Well, Valorant gets 2 immediately undone by the res. Jorgamo now left to do it in a 1v4. Not likely. 13-3. Wrap it up. Let's go next.
And the next
The timer ticks down. Map 3 of Split. hoping for a stronger start from G2 for 100 Thieves. It's an opportunity right for the taking. We're seeing early on, same business that Asuna was doing prior. Sage wall up into A main, blocks off any potential of a lurk from Babybay.
But it's on an early timing. It's not that mid-round timing that was so devastating for Valent's calling. It's a lot easier when the Sage wall goes up instantly and you know that at the minute mark, it'll be gone.
Yeah, the desk was talking about ways of counterplay, and Jorgamo is on the waylay, so there's always the risk that you get jumped on immediately off the rip.
He's certainly planning on doing that. He's planning on doing that to somebody this round. Yeah. Shorty in hand.
Shorty, refract, and a dash. Primed here with a stun. Straight into vents. There's no one home, but it does give you a lot of space.
Does he decide to stay here? Yeah. Doesn't go for the refract. And now wall's down, and they've missed a little bit of a time in here. They're leaving Asuna very alone on ramp.
Being squeezed potentially.
When this wall goes down, he needs a buddy.
Silent drop down. He's taking the right timing to at least vacate. Pull back. G2 are just waiting behind the wall. Guns out, well trained onto the angles. The entirety of Heaven peeking out. Asuna down to 50 HP. Stray shots on either side here. Cryo is also getting chipped down. 13 health, giving up a lot of control of this one. 25 seconds left. 100 Thieves are none the wiser. They've still got 3 players anchoring over towards B, and now only just getting a move on when they hear all these sound cues. Jorgamo, holding down the line, sees that jump. Cryo punishes!
What a bait!
Overextension, and yeah, it was just Jorgamo hoping that he could catch the rotates.
Oh, the heal value there from Vora is unbelievable.
Insane. They're all back up to 100. Filthy stuff. All that damage undone. G2's job just got a little bit harder.
He's playing support in Valorant.
Unheard of here. Flashes forwards 100 Thieves. Taking it, but predictable angles that Leaf can just spam down. Assailed him with a little bit of lead. And Valent tucked close to default. Babybay cleaning up. This is G2. Entirely filling up that feed with red.
Heal didn't matter. G2 hitting heads and calling a really nice game. Now that they're familiar with what's going on, and the fact that the wall was used so early, they just took the whole of that mid space for free. And then their A-main lurk player is able to get in. Wall's disappeared. Asuna and Cryo chilling towards the back of the site on A, and not really able to stop anything from happening. Good signs early on from G2.
Yeah. Fundamental game plan of how they want to break apart this 100 Thieves comp working out.
But also, I think it is going to be sitting in the back of Asuna's head that he can't really early wall like that and give up full mid control. If you are going to early wall, you need to be stacking bodies into mid and fighting for it. And then you've got to return back to the area you walled on that timing.
Yeah.
40 seconds later. It does... That's kind of the problem with playing Sage, is that if you go for those early walls, you make the defensive rotations really predictable. It should be very easy for Valent to get the read on where the defenders are.
Timatino might be in trouble soon enough here. All the noise made though in the world, so G2 are not feigning where they could be playing. Clearance into the site.
Right there.
Plant is going to be tucked to the side here, so many positions that you could play, but G2 are making sure that they hold on to main control the entire time. Smoke up though makes it difficult. Babybay wants to try and square up and take a fight here because there are 100 Thieves players lurking around. He's only got the pistol to push them back, but he's taking that timing well. Oh!
That's crazy.
Them.
Crazy triple kill. And he's hard hunting for the ace.
Yeah, he's not afraid of giving away a gun at this point. Hunting for the ace will be denied, but at least the kill is potentially going his way as well. Announces himself, Bang is happy to return the favor, but meets his match in the form of Valen. So 2-0 for G2.
And it was only the Ghosts that they lost. Came into this one without deciding to invest fully. So now both of those players who had the Ghost will be able to upgrade to a Vandal or a Phantom. And it should make the bonus round bye really potent. Clean stuff. Yeah. Very good positioning from Babybay and from Leaf there. Sorry, from Trent. Super ready for 100 Thieves to go for a mid push. Anticipating that that would be the call on the eco. Even though it came from ramp, easy adjustment.
There.
So Asuna using the slow orb early on to control a little bit of space, and that'll allow him to pick a mid-round timing to go for the wall, which should be a lot more difficult for G2 to deal with.
Yeah. Bit of poking. Players vacating mid, though. Certainly Cryo is going to be home here. Flash, Haunt. Perfect with the timing is the util. Jorgamo taking up a lot of that vent space as well. Looks like that is a clear game plan of G2 early on, of how they want to punish this 100 Thieves comp. They're hammering this wedge into mid, making 100 Thieves feel really awkward, because look at Vora. I mean, he's looking left to right. He knows that Vents is contested, but he has to try and watch this just because Cryo is holding it all the way down. I mean, it's going to be that wall propped up early. The kill claim, nevertheless. Jorgamo might get another chance of himself, just backs himself out. Wasn't favored taking a fight like that. He is toying with him right now and waiting for the backup. Double dash over into the corner. Too many angles to account for. Leaf is there. Can't quite take a fair fight, but he waits for Baby Bay to get involved into the mess.
Immaculate team play, both in terms of how they overwhelmed A-Heaven and allowed Cryo to get traded out.
Spike planted.
Dropping down a real sound cues. There's a back open. Bang. Happy to claim that kill. That's going to be the ult offloaded nice and early. I mean, Leaf has used that rolling thunder to buy a bit of time. 2v2. Sidestep at the fault line. Possibilities for 100 Thieves, but that is it. Dashed away to the win. The bonus conversion for G2.
They set up their economy so that they would have those rifles for the bonus, and then the execution was sublime. The team play from G2, exactly what drove them to such great heights last year. Cryo there with his head on a swivel, had to be worried about Leaf jiggling over towards Heaven.
Nice crossfire, boys. Let's go, Jay.
That was clean.
Yeah, it's all about those crossfires, trade timings. The fundamentals were played really well in that round. And this is more, I mean, is Teemo just going to jump on somebody with a Bucky here?
It's going to be a punish potentially. Double dash up onto ramp. Vora.
What a shot.
Wow. We were stunned up into that. G2 are going to look to see if they can continue to take a lot of this space away as much as they possibly can. Flash through. One's going to be broken. Smoke to replace it.
Space taken, and Valen can call for the team to slow down, but they are working with a player disadvantage. It's dangerous to reclear here, though. Asuna looks like he wants to go for it.
Smoke's fading. It's got an indicator, at least, that there's going to be players there. Going 1 for 1, still in the favor of 100 Thieves, and a flash re-peek. Posted up, Leaf is trying to take that fight. Doubled up alongside them. G2 are finding their way forwards.
100 Thieves had a player advantage in this round, and they've just thrown it away, but
still
it's back.
1v1. An ult to reposition. Skirts around. Leaf makes his way onto the sites as well, and Bank's going to be hearing that one, so he knows it's going to be ending over towards A. Fault line, Heaven repositioned. Leaf is looking in the wrong way, but he snaps to it in time. 4 kills. We were questioning the switch up in terms of roles that G2 were going for, but Leaf is not looking lost.
He's 10-1 in a phenomenal position. Across stage 1 last year, Leaf was the biggest fragger for G2. And you just don't expect somebody to be put on, you know, a role where he's going to be playing Fade on Corrode and Breach here on Split. You shouldn't be expecting him to also be top fragging again. Across the offseason, he wasn't. He was the second low.
Adjustments needed for 100 Thieves. Might not be this particular round, but we'll see how they manage. 3 players are looking towards mid, while the rest of G2 are heavy prioritizing that B main controlled error. Too many stuns to sidestep there. TP to get back and away. Bang. Just want to give up his life, so commits it. 2 slow orbs pulled out on top of it.
Jorb keeping the dash. Ready, but never primed. Leaf is 1 away from getting a Rolling Thunder online.
It's fast moving. He's had one already earlier, to be honest. It's just how much he's been dominating early on. The plants online, 100 Thieves. Off of that, they get a bit of contact and trying to go for a bit of a re-clear play, but G2 weather it well. Bunker down, don't give up too many kills. They don't give up any kills really at all. There's another bit of danger though lurking around this one. Still, Timotino's gone. Spam as that smoke is lit up. On the other side of things, Vora is carved out a bit of a path and potential for the gun to be reclaimed. Rifle in his hands, and if Cryo gets work done, this could still get messy. Could still definitely get messy! Oh my god, he threaded the needle somehow, some way, and the shots are going wild and all over the place. Jorgamo takes charge of the situation. And now I think Leaf as well, he's got a bit of an inclination, may have heard it. Shots fired up towards heaven, yeah, they are fully aware. Vora, position rapidly assailed, and G2 keep it moving forwards. It was a weak goodbye from 100 Thieves. This round coming up is going to be the one to look at where they make these adjustments, but the trouble is G2, they haven't stopped. Leaf up to that Rolling Thunder.
How did Cryo miss the Bucky shot? That's my question.
Slow it down.
Where's the bullet gone?
That's
I mean, it's not a bullet, is it? But it's.
I mean, it's just gone.
Where's the buckshot gone?
Straight in between them.
Yeah.
Remaining.
Somehow, some way, ended up missing there. But G2 were really comfortable in that higher paced area too. That's one of the strengths of Jorg. And they're going for an A-ramp fake pressure here. Stun, dash. Meanwhile, Spike and Valen located outside B. Jorg is supposed to survive there rather than going down, because now that he's died, all of this pressure revealed to be fake.
It's because he was alone. He was worried about the main angle. Him going down early. Not the best spot to be placed in. Jorg was the one really taking a lot of the space off the back of this double initiator util. With him going down, it's going to be a harder uphill climb in a round like this.
Yeah, it should be very difficult. The wall's also been placed over towards B. Valen should be looking to break that. But he's just walking up to it at the moment, making sure that Asner isn't playing on top of it.
The presence over. It's a good flash as well to slow down G2 for a moment. Smokes waiting, ready. Valen's going to try and make a play for this one. Now with a roll in front, they're looking to speed this one up. Too much to account for. Asana couldn't quite get his aim in control in time, and Bang is being assailed now from multiple directions. Heaven needs to be dealt with. 100 Thieves putting their focus in all the right places, and Trent can't do it. Drop down into hell. Well managed by 100 Thieves.
First round on the board here, and I think the story's somewhat similar to Corrode. The wall had not been broken in B main when they went for the B split. Really strange stuff. Maybe they thought that it would give away the game too much. But there's 3 players here, and Bang, who's anchoring the site, never really needs to look towards B main. Valen's shooting at the wall, but you can tell it's only one guy shooting. He's not going to be swinging out through a smoke too much.
Yeah.
And Bang plays that spot with a lot more safety as a result of that.
Weaponry in the hands here. Double dash up to ramp again. Vora's just got this one in his grasp. A lot of also going to be popped off, and there's a timing to be taken. Tivatino moves backwards. Hinder at the feet. Jorgamo's already in as well, trying to lay claim to most of this site with a pit. It's going to be helping him out. Blockade placed into the midst of the AE site.
Maybe they took a lot of damage there, and he's the player that needs to survive for the pit to stay up. The plant is outside of the pit, which is unusual.
It's a strange one.
But 100 Thieves are still going to have to take a lot of damage in order to get through.
Making a call to fight over ramp control now. Moving as a unit. Flash is good. Going to be setting these players up now to see if they can go steamroll it all the way ahead. Cryo forwards. It's like he's on ice skates watching the way he takes that fight. But again, this pit is another thing to play around. And towards the back of the site, Leaf has got it. All in his control as that pit falls as well. The opportunity! Oh! Of a lifetime! To make his mark on the map.
That is astonishing stuff. Absolutely unbelievable. 16-2. First couple of kills. People are not paying attention, using Baby Bay as bait. The final 3 are unreal, otherworldly.
Oh my God!
Yeah. That's a devastating clip to drop on 100 Thieves.
16-2.
He might still be good on the new role, actually.
You don't say.
I might not be worried about it as much as I was.
You don't say. Pulling off plays like that, the reset of his aim.
How many ults is he gonna get this half? He's going up to his 3rd, right?
Yeah, like over under 4.
That's crazy.
I mean, he's on one here. Diligent again by G2. They know exactly the play to be made. Break the wall. Makes it awkward now for 100 Thieves. They have to keep bodies in place over towards A just in case.
Leaf's just wandered into B main alone. He's unkillable at this point.
Still taking those timings.
Did he grab the ult orb as well?
There's a lot of players waiting on the other side, though. If they're gearing up to go into a B here, they do have Jorgamo's ult. Urgent Paths is going to be useful for a spot like this as well. Aftershock into the corner.
Yeah, just thinking about using it here to clear out a player that might have light weaponry.
Yeah, here it is. Send it. Flying forwards now with the ultimates.
Nice paranoia.
Near sight, pulled back. It is paranoia. Uses a lot of his attention, but the player position's already pointed out, spotted out, and guess what? With those rifles in hand, just making a mockery of the situation.
Leaf gets 2 more.
Okay.
Gets his ult online.
Yep.
Go on, send it in a 4v1. You'll get another one anyway.
Spike planted. Good
Asna forced to see if he can take a couple of these fights, but G2 not in the mood to be making any more mistakes like that, giving up any easy ones. Leaf ready, trying to peek. There's damage done prior, puts him low enough. Asana aiming to farm up a clip of his own, but from a spot like that, yeah, it's really quite difficult to try and get past all of that util. 7-1 now for G2. Was a weaker buy of 100 Thieves, and yeah, G2 did commit ults into it, but guess what, Leaf, as we were talking about, another roll in thunder. Keeps it going.
It's crazy what we're watching right now. The level of dominance that was here for 100 Thieves on Corrode is now being showcased the complete opposite direction. And this one's not really, I wouldn't say it's a prep diff. I wouldn't say it's all just because they've had that VOD of 100 Thieves to watch. I mean, that helps. But I think it's also just G2 having a much better idea of how they want to approach this map.
They're taking fights together this time as well.
Man, they look so good.
It's not as disjointed as it was on that prior map.
I want to see Leaf ult this round because I think he could still get another.
At the rate he's been going. Pit in through mid as well. Does add a bit of a complication to G2's plan. For 100 Thieves, it might be a bit of breathing room that they sorely needed. Operator as well, prioritized for Timotino.
Yeah, once Timotino takes contact, though, over here, he's got the ultimate to be able to slow people down. I mean, he's got the hinder as well, then his ult, so he can buy time for rotates to come through. They've got a lot of confidence just leaving him here alone.
Prowler just trying to really get forwards. That's a punish and a half.
Oh, that's so sick.
Refract as that timing was taken. Rolling Thunder, hello. Trent, you get a bit of a booster straight into the site. The C's connects. Bang's just looking to lay it down a bit of lead as well, make it a little bit awkward for G2, but for now they're in a prime spot. Still, that wall makes it difficult, and sidestepping with the rifle aim. 4 is dead. That's a cheeky angle. 100 Thieves are the ones that are finding all the advantages. Shotgun's out. Trem by his side, though. Jorgamo not looking too stressed, especially in a 3v3. The kills are claimed. Jorgamo's the one to put his name on it. Vora in a 1v2. Subtlest of angles, shots are missed and going wide, but Vora's weak as anything in an instant reposition. Potentially hurt, not even necessary. Trent was there to clean it up.
This round opened up by G2 having a great understanding of how the Waylay interactions work. They've been playing a ton of it too. It hasn't just been 100 Thieves who've been working on this in the off-season. Look at this here.
Yeah.
What a punish. Take contact early. You know that the Waylay is going to go for the refract, and Jorg is already all over it. We've seen so many cool head-to-head duels. The Waylay versus the Waylay, the chamber-chamber battles on Bind, where these teams are using one agent to counter their direct opposition on the other side.
It's really interesting, the metagame.
They're looking to do an early stun, early fault line over towards B here. So previously they'd comboed this with the saturate to try to put pressure on a B player.
100 Thieves have got a conversion pass over towards A. The Trailblazer catches contact, maybe they will send it. It's broken, they're gonna send it anyway. Running away, double dash, and that is an insane amount of distance you can get going. 100 Thieves do get it going over towards it now, but that secondary pull down, Cryo ready for the action.
Slow motion pull out there. But Leaf was jiggling the angle originally, and Cryo's good for it for 3.
Okay.
Holding as tight to the corner as you possibly could there, but his reactions are great.
G2 just trying to speed up through mid off the back of all that pressure. Baby calling 3 players at least that were just running him down. Still couldn't find a way past Cryo.
It's a nice set play to pull out when you're struggling so much there.
Yeah.
Good idea from the coaching staff of 100 Thieves. And Valent's going to be mopped up towards the end. An absolute flawless response.
Okay.
But they're still down by 6.
Yeah.
So they're going to need more of those. And they've already used one of those big ideas that relied on Timotino's ultimate. I love the idea of this, though, because you can the Trailblazer gives you a very concrete idea of exactly where Baby Bay is holding. So even though he's as passive as possible, the Waylay ult is always going to be exactly in the right spot to catch him and then follow up.
Thieves didn't lose anybody, so they can keep the money going. More group up from G2. This is 5 players now. A lot of util used off the rip. Slow over to try and at least pull a little bit more out with the refract. Struggle going back to safety. Timatino! It's a lot of damage. Finally getting chewed up in the process. Still steps forwards, looking to take a fight. He does only have the stingers. It's G2 are the ones that are in a sore spot with the economy. Wall up through main, and there's plenty more where that came from. 100 Thieves have got bodies applying.
Valen's in.
All the damage done. Valen is in. He's way ahead of the rest of his team.
He's fearless, though.
Carved out a bit of a path. Bang, though, with that deep push out. That's a spike. Drop down. This is getting really weird and messy. For now, it's Valen controlling the situation. They don't care about a spike. They never needed it in the first place.
What a wild round. Valen spearheading up straight through, despite the fact he took a shorty blast to the chest. He just runs up through, puts pressure on the player over towards Vent, and bang, even though he knocks down the spike, ended up losing that duel there to Baby Bay.
I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, me too, man. That was a chaos round compared to the real tight set play that 100 Thieves were running on round 10, sorry.
This is a weird one. There's like 4 players. Baby Bay with the spike, so this isn't going to be rushed into B. I think they've just realized their mistake. Yeah. It's like a button pass, like, oh wait, I'm not supposed to have this.
I think
swapping positions.
The early B main pressure as well is a response to the fact that Asuna was originally just throwing slow orbs for free over towards B. So now they've been throwing either a stun or a seize in this situation, the saturate. You know, there's so many different ways of being able to put pressure on Asuna over there. So he's had a harder time of things, had to wall over towards A. I actually think this might have been intended to be a B fake back into A, and that's why the spike was on that side of the map, but then when the wall came up, they had to adjust.
Wall was broken by Trent. Last round of this half. Martino going exploring. This is mid-round information that he's trying to gather. Seekers as well, points over towards B, one of them over towards A.
He's used all of his utility basically in this round though, just to gather that info.
Yeah, here it is. When the ult start getting floated, Bang just sends the paranoia forwards. TP to try and cut this way across. Jorgamo straight out of there. Plenty of bodies and ready to gear up for this fight now. 100 Thieves are squaring up for the scrap. Fully winning this one out here. Baby Bay trying to do something about it. Trent trying to receive that action. Gets involved a little bit more from the side, and suddenly 2v2 knives out. That is the wrong time for it. Asuna's finished, but time, pressure. And Bang can still win this. They have to come to his side. Deep with the smoke as well, but Trent just baits out those shots, and time matters not for G2. He wrapped this half up 10-2.
It's scrappy, it's chaotic towards the end, but it's also completely dominant for G2. When you look at the scoreline, a 10-2 half here, with 100 Thieves playing the Sage on defense side, and that is surely running. Yeah. Diabolical.
Yeah.
But we were singing the praises of 100 Thieves after map 2, and now they're in a very, would then arise for you to take that second strike.
Yeah, there's no slouches in Americas at this point. Every team is making upgrades, condensing the tier lists. Big group up here, 100 Thieves. 4-1 split, Cryo looking to hold on to this pressure, but he's going to be meeting his match. This is slow walk up, creeping up onto the line, and Cryo, wow, that shot's spoil it. He's just trying to play his life, get the hell out of there, but he's being chased. Jorgamo hungry for it. It's blood in the water, but to give it up eventually.
Cryo's played that really well. Almost got completely caught out on the timing. Can he survive in mid, though?
Yeah, we'll see. Again, the danger's lurking, still finds his way through it! Wow. 2 quick kills at that. Cryo's going for it. Valen somehow finding it. At least got to duck down. A lot of players want it starts, adjust the aim. Bandit in hand. Finds it straight to the dome. This guy's locking onto them. Sharp shooting. No slowing down for him. And with Jorgamo creeping from the back. Starting to see now a real win possibility. A pistol round for G2. Highly likely. And now fully sealed up. Leaf again is absolutely vile, man. Vile. Yeah, those shots were something else.
21 kills across 13 rounds. Both of them are absurd. It's been a monster. It's at 1.6 kills per round.
Okay. On
Which
breach.
is freakish behavior. More than twice the next player on G2.
Has to be the force out of 100 Thieves now. Barely any breathing room at all.
G2 are playing retake over towards A by the look of things. So
Yeah.
if this is speedy, if this is quick, 100 Thieves may be rewarded with a plant.
Going to walk up as much as possible, not using any util of their own. A couple of stray shots. Trying hoping to get lucky. Potentially with the tag, the wall up. Thieves digging into the playbook for this one. Seen this one from them. Jorgo getting a bit of information. Back to safety as well. And Trent looking to just contain up control of screen, so it makes it a little bit easier now for G2 to play this retake. They set their attention over towards Heaven. Timatino's got to put a stop to it. Asuna potentially there as well. But the guns, the weaponry, it's just not ideal. Leaf, another cleanup and another kill claimed. Add it to the tally. At this point, this guy is not stopping. Quick round take all the way through. 100 Thieves, though, they do punch back. G2 still in a bit of a position to potentially fight them here forwards. Again, the Stingers are doing good work. Valin now left alone. No way! What is that? And the smoke obfuscates. Cryo can see it. He knows where to spam. Surely the angle's right from half. Valin, damage done. Surely he can't win this. Surely not at all. Cryo stood it in the palm of his hands. One more shot is all it needs, and time ticking away. Cryo knows he's got this in the bag. Surely, yes, indeed.
It's a great effort from Valin towards the end. Took everything for 100 Thieves to be able to get that one across the line. But it's important. They decided to force up there. G2, their economy's going to take a tumble for it.
One enemy remaining.
That is disgusting. How G2 get those kind of shots going with the Stingers, I don't think I'll ever understand.
Yeah.
But it's super critical now for 100 Thieves to take this tiny little lifeline and run as far as you can with it. You've got to be able to win this round cleanly, and you've got to use it to generate some ults as well. You've got to get this ult cycle going.
Matino steps up to the mark.
I mean, whose ultimate with this composition do you really want to work around as well? I think it probably is Timatino's.
Yeah.
Cryos is good for post-plant, but doesn't help you get in. And Asuna's can be useful, but it's
situational.
Very situational, yeah.
Very far back is the hole by 100 Thieves. I mean, they're willing to give space, but they've got trap plays lurking. You can see with that paranoia primed. Looking for more exploration of G2. They're making a call here to gamble stack of G2 over towards the B site. You're hearing a lot of noise pressure, so feeling like it is going that way, but 100 Thieves don't rush into things. Moving back to mid.
There's a lot of trap play potential for G2's comp as well. You know, you could be running into any of this breach utility. Could be running into a slow from Jorgamo as well. You do have to be cautious. Looks like they've avoided that huge trap on B.
Yeah, Bucky.
30 seconds left.
Jorgamo's hands.
Surely only one, though, at most.
Yeah. Oh, seen magic moments before. He's got a pocket to play in. That stun does connect. Moving through, though. Light speed to try and disengage, but he wants to go for a little bit more. Now the team's starting to join him, and he's got backup. Arriving time, running short. Jorgamo, he can't be doing this to them. Refract back round the corner again. Bang! That's a TP deep. Time of the essence. And it needs to be stuck down, but the health advantage not there. Trent could just win this classic in hand. If his aim rings true, could be everything for them! Trent! Takes it away!
That's a devastating 2v1 to lose for 100 Thieves. That round had to be clean, and it's anything but.
Wow.
Goes for the right click at the end as well. I mean, Leaf, to me, actually is the savior of this round as well. The stun that came in onto Timatino, and then immediately running in to be able to double Bucky the A main choke, caused so many problems for 100 Thieves, and then Trent plays that 1v2 at the end beautifully with only a classic in hand. 9 rounds in a row 100 Thieves would have to put together here. Towards the end of Bind, and now here on Split, G2 showcasing why they're a cut above.
Yeah. The guns not looking too hot. Timatino slowed down to a degree. It's a fast play by 100 Thieves, and as Bang commits.
They've seen that before in the previous game as well.
Yeah, the mistakes made.
It's a nice idea. I like the play. Bang's ultimate clears out that area in theory, but Baby Bay was so ready for it.
Yeah, what a difference night of preparation makes.
Yeah, that one definitely is helped by the VOD footage. And that's exactly the kind of thing that 100 Thieves would have loved to avoid.
They can be grasping for anything at this point. Flash. Regroup now from 100 Thieves forward. That's a rolling thunder. Caught for with the fight. Hinder drops around to the corner. That's a bit of a bait and switch. That's nice. Timatino head of the wall. Bebe was not ready for that fight, but Leaf still looking to hold this one down. A dink through the wall, trying to well train with the aim, but he can't quite manage it. Timatino takes over. Buys a bit of a lifeline now for 100 Thieves.
Well, he had 5 kills coming into this round, and he got another 3 there.
Still danger though. 100 Thieves are not out of the woods just yet. Jorgamo, one more kill, he gets the ult. Trent as well, nothing to scoff at. Position like this has a lot of damage into the corner. The dinks are done and the damage at that. Convergent pass, it's ready. Lets it loose. Carves out a piece of the map as well, but 100 Thieves, they sidestep it and play around it.
Good work playing together there, 100 Thieves. Vora and Cryo hold hands and escape from Jorg's ult. G2 applying tons of pressure, but their economy's gone again.
Down B.
What a round from Timatino. This guy's got talent. They've just struggled to get him activated in this game, and I think mostly that's credit to G2. There were so many moments where Timatino was pushed up in a spot where you expect him to get value, and G2 just completely had the answer. They were very ready for it. G2 looking to set up a trap play or some fast aggression out here. Just controlling the space.
Slow on a fault line.
Doing a thing.
Looking to walk up into the
They're
smoke
getting
too.
into their own one way.
Yeah, trying to pop straight into their faces. Jorgamo.
Does 100 damage to Bang.
Valorant's just TP'd across. I mean, it's pinged out, so 100 Thieves are wary and wise to it.
Now, this is about the worst part of the map to fight with a stinger, but I feel like Valen's still going to get one. He's ridiculous with this.
They're running him down, still looking to make that clearance necessary. Spraying it down, whips out a classic, not enough. And the res in the back pocket, so Asuna immediately willing to let that one rip to undo the damage done.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all.
Still up though. Possibilities for G2 to get a couple of kills, but now it's dwindling. 100 Thieves should have this one. Cryo's going to be seeing if he can take it to space. It is risky, but
I think
team walking to B.
Even if he dies here,
One enemy.
which is
That's okay.
he would get a bunch of information for the rest of the squad as to where exactly players were positioned.
Yeah.
30
Here,
seconds
Jorg,
left.
he was devastating last time they were playing on an eco with the Bucky in hand, but no such opportunity this time around. 100 Thieves much
planted.
cleaner from them this time with the gun advantage. But there's still such a long way to go.
Yeah, many
Mountain
more
to
rounds
climb.
needed for 100 Thieves. They're hoping this will be one in a long line of them, just to bring it to OT.
They've got plays that they pull out of the strat book. We've seen it on the attack side and the defense side, especially revolving around these ultimates.
Yeah.
But how deep does it really go? We've already seen them play this map once. G2 were ready for the Omen all play round. Can they really put together 7 in a row? It can't just all be on the set plays.
Yeah, at some
There's
point
no
the
way.
playbook will run dry.
Absolutely. They've got to be able to put together some rounds where they just scrap with G2.
It has to be perfection. As close to it as possible.
In terms of pulling out one of those set rounds, though, this would be a great opportunity because you have Timatino's ultimate, and on the other side of things, G2's economy is still not in a good spot. Despite the fact that they would be on an extended loss bonus, people are buying down to the bottom of the barrel again.
Putting the attention towards mid. TP flash. Sets up Bang into B main.
Jorg is buying a Spectre, Leaf is buying a Bulldog.
It's a little bit all over the place.
It's not really how you want to close a game now.
Stun peak. Not the best gun to be taking these long-range fights here. Dink shrugged off, really. Slow orb smoke in your face. Baby Bay is safe as long as he doesn't really move from that spot. Cryo hunting for opportunities.
Was he seen, perhaps? I don't think so.
And still jiggling the angle. Out wide. Trent wanted to square up to it as well. He actually committed to that one. Seekers now going to be pointing 100 Thieves in a direction to potentially avoid. Two of them moving over towards A.
Leafs picked up the weapon that Trent dropped.
Vora's found another one. Jorgamo's down. B main compromise as well. It puts Valin in a really difficult spot now. He's got to do it all from a spot like that. Good aim. Just connects in time, but 100 Thieves have got this one again in their grasp. Complete control of the situation.
Yeah, this one's completely sealed up, and this is where G2's decision to invest really heavily, buy down to the bone every time, is starting to come back to bite them. They had, it felt almost infinite opportunities to close this game out, but things are going to start to get a lot tighter.
Yeah.
6-12. 6 more of these rounds needed, but G2's buy is going to be bad, as we were talking about. 100 Thieves didn't really have to use those big ultimates. They used the Seekers in this round, but they've still got other ways of winning.
GT potentially letting 100 Thieves back into this.
Well, I think the other big thing to adapt out of this, Josh is looking through the strat book. Where did we come up with that? Yeah. Trent gets 1v1'd over towards A.
Buy down to Spectres and a Bulldog. No. Cross that one out. We're not using that one again.
Cryo's a threat to deal with, though. If he's going to be able to get timings like that and take ones against Trent, he's a powerful mechanical player. You can't let him feel like he's free to take space. So they're looking to try to bully him a little bit this round.
Well, space is a good stun, but a shorty just out of range. However, the Stinger will bite back. Follow through here. Valen's in a very tough position and spot. Sidestep there with a TP. He does avoid the convergent paths. But again, these guns, they hit hard and heavy. Close quarters, spamming away. Baby Ray can't get anything done.
Spike planted.
It's a nice start for G2, but 100 Thieves clean with it. Those 2 kills from Vora, really important to make sure 100 Thieves were able to get in onto the B site and quell all of those problems. They're putting those rounds together. They're putting one foot in front of the other here. And Leaf has slowed down in terms of his fragging impact too, which I think is a very nice thing to see for 100 Thieves.
Okay.
Last player standing.
Important to G2 do a bit of damage here. Messing around with it, Asuna. I'm gonna let it go unnoticed. They're able to get out at least 3 of these guns intact, keeping it going. The economy pressure definitely on the side of G2 despite the massive rounds. Weird spot to be placed into as well because all it takes is one thrifty.
One enemy remaining.
But I think
Okay.
I mean, yeah, tag timeout being called here by G2. Josh was cycling through the...
Make no mistakes. G2 could shut them down right now.
Bit of a scrap looking like it's going to develop over here in B main while the spike actually goes A.
Fault line held here to Matino. Tucked into the corner. It's just a fault line to set up that B main crossfire.
Back in a flash.
Trailblazer
Nice.
broken by Valin. Hinder forwards. It goes pound for pound and Jorgamon ready to pounce. Kill claimed.
Bye-bye.
Again, G2 one step ahead when it comes to these Waylay versus Waylay battles. They've got such a good understanding. Can Vora's calling bail 100 Thieves out? Because this is such a gap.
Trent's missed the timing there with a Prowler. It hasn't spotted his players. He is in a more passive position. He's got a lot to cover as just one player. Hard pressed into the corner, and 100 Thieves are willing to walk all the way out the haunt. Should spot this though. Broken, snakebite clearing. What a fight to be taking. Trent is already trying to really assert himself onto that timing, but it's evened out anyway. Bang, watching the encroaching players.
That's a crucial kill, equalizing the players. 3v3. Hasn't get to plant down. Do they think about Leaf on the flank?
It's a lot of ults. Here we go. Convergent pass. I mean, George just let this one rip. For one particular reason, Leaf has been inserted now. All that distraction, and 100 Thieves are now corralled into the site. Nowhere left to play in. G2 can slowly close the net and slowly close out this series. We've got to play this one tight together. Asuna looking to see if he can get ahead of most of this one and be that playmaker. There's timings to potential happen, trying to really escape it all. Bang, puts on the anchor smoke. Jorgamo is finished. 1v2 immediately dissipates. 100 Thieves. They navigate one of the more difficult rounds that they were going to be facing in this battle of a comeback.
Yeah, that's a critical one. And G2 had the advantage in the retake too. The Waylay ult to distract for Leaf coming around the back, put Bang especially in a really tough spot, but he is so good in these anchor positions, and that's what this essentially became. Throws down a smoke for himself to be able to play around, and he and Asuna thrived in that spot. Pressure back on G2 now. But remember, one mistake is all it takes.
Yeah, with ults like this as well, there's opportunities abound for G2, even if they don't have the guns.
I'm a bit surprised that they're using it on this round rather than the next, though. I think conventional wisdom would say just save up the ults for one round to get across the line.
Just going to plug up that middle section of the map, Jorgamot holding it down. In danger of being cleaned up here. The Trailblazer forwards, Prowler broken on either side. Jor goes for it. Hones in with that Bucky.
There.
The Bucky play was devastating. A previous eco round, one for G2 because they were able to get Leaf and Jorg with the double Bucky pushed up right to that A choke point.
Res available.
You will not.
But with 50 seconds and a res on this side of the map, you just keep 3 defenders here. And once again, Leaf and Jorg might terrorize them.
Yeah, the Caesar's good. Ingrained positions here from G2.
I like going heaven and dropping into sight though here. It does make it a lot more difficult for the Buckies to get value.
35 seconds, so as time starts to become an issue, mistakes potentially forming, and this could be where G2 find their win, their way to close out this series. Comes out to this now, taking a bit of a peek, a lot of damage done. Leaf's going for it now. Decade down to the final moments. They're spraying them down. Weaker weaponry be damned, because G2, they found their opening, and they strike where it hurts most. Bang! 1v3, doesn't know where the players are. At this point, they're toying with him. Plan to be played for, it's the only win con he's got, but denied even that. G2, steadily, inevitably, they move further forwards.